Hey, what's going on, guys? FullFrontage here, bringing you guys a video on the brand new spell that's coming into Clash Royale, and that is going to be the Earthquake spell. We did see a tweet about this spell a couple days ago where Clash Royale tweeted out a teaser image and an earthquaking, and I called this spell. Before this even came out, I was like, hey, I think we need a new 3-cost spell that's going to hit ground damage early, called a fissure, but it's called earthquake, so I guess it's like the same thing. But it's going to do fireball to poison damage over a 2 to 3 second range, or just instantaneous. So the earthquake spell actually has a duration of 3 seconds, called that. It's ground only, called that. It's a 3-cost card, called that. But the only thing that it didn't call is that A, it's going to do a 35% slow to units, but the damage it does to units is going to be 61 damage per second. So it lasts for 3 seconds at tournament standard. No, it lasts for 3 seconds overall. But at tournament standard, it's only going to do 61 damage per second. You'll see a Spear Goblin come out there. It does half health to a Spear Goblin, so it's not going to be really effective at stopping troops. But the building damage it does at tournament standard is going to be 244. So it's going to do a lot more damage to buildings over time than it is going to do to units, which makes it very strong versus mortar, versus expo, but it's not going to really be used to stop swarmy defensive pushes. So it appears to be fairly balanced. I think it's really balanced upon release. It does a lot of damage. Personally, I would, if I had the choice, I would like to give a little bit of building damage to get a little bit more troop damage. I would like to see it maybe at least kill skeletons, or I think 80 damage per second is fair, bringing it down to about maybe 220 to the building per second, so that way it does 660 to a building. And yeah, and it obviously the spells do the reduced damage to Crown Tower and everything of that nature, so it's going to do reduced damage to the Crown Tower, but the buildings that it damage is going to be the full amount. So that is the earthquake spell. You guys can see right here on screen that Surgical and I were kind of doing interactions with different buildings in the game. So we were looking at how much it does to Goblin Hut, how much it does to Inferno Tower, how much it does to Mortar, how much it does to Expo. Those are and how much it does to Cannon. Those are typically the most common buildings used. We didn't check Furnace in this battle, and we didn't check Tombstone, but I'm assuming if it kills Cannon in one rumble, I'm assuming it's going to kill Tombstone in one rumble, and I think it'll take Furnace to about the same, if not lower, than it did to the Goblin Hut. So you'll see right here exactly how much it'll do to an Expo in just a few seconds. So Surgical is going to cycle some things in the back here. He's going to cycle some skeletons out as well. And this is where I tested how much it does to units, and it doesn't even one-shot skeletons. So I'm like, this is we didn't even look at the stats when we were playing this match. We just went straight into the game and just kind of looked at least I didn't look at the stats. And I was honestly shocked to see that it didn't even kill skeletons in one rumble. So that makes me kind of interested about it, but I think the fact that it does so much damage to buildings is why it does so little damage to troops. You can see 3 buildings clumped up right there. It actually did quite a bit of damage, and then Surgical did the same thing to our buildings as well. So it's going to do a lot of damage to buildings, but it's not going to do a lot against troops. So I think it's going to be one of those cards that's utilized as an offensive push rather than being utilized on defense. So we'll see what happens once it comes into the metagame. I think this card has a good chance to be meta. I think as soon as this card gets released, we will see a lot more tornado control rather than having building control. So decks with tornado, I feel like, will become very relevant in the metagame. So we'll have to see how the earthquake shakes up the meta. It was too easy. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about the earthquake spell. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Next video, we will be talking about the new game modes that are coming inside of Clash Royale. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and let me know what you guys are excited for in this update. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video for some Dragon Hunt.